right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Sunshine, low humidity with a cooler week ahead, and I'll let you know if we have any rain chances.
We wouldn't be able to do it without the people, number one. And number two, I mean, St. Louis is a fabulous city.
Welcome to the Taste of St. Louis, happening all weekend. Why the event is so much more than a food festival.
It's deep to left. Taylor's back at the wall. It's 700.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Albert Pujols hitting 700 home runs. Tonight, fans react to this historic achievement. The food, the fun, and the memories taking over downtown. We're there for the Taste of St. Louis, back like it never left. And people showed up to help boost the local economy. Thank you for joining us at 10 tonight. I'm Brent Solomon. The big event just wrapping up for the day at Ballpark Village. It returns tomorrow, though, and the city is already seeing the economic impact. Here's Travis Cummings.
1571. There's money to be made.
So you're spending a lot of money here in St. Louis.
Yes, I am.
And memories, too.
I'm going to go do the arch tomorrow and the riverboat.
Mary Beth Holland and our new friend in town for a conference, getting a taste of St. Louis for the first time.
And delicious.
They were drawn in by the flavors of restaurants packing out Ballpark Village this weekend.
We wanted to come out and just enjoy this space, the food, the fellowship, the people.
It's one of the Edney family's favorite things to do here at home.
It's really cool to just see everybody here at once and just kind of experience the whole thing.
The taste will bring in about 50,000 people throughout the course of the weekend. That's both visitors and locals. Keep in mind, is also bringing in that foot traffic from all of the other events happening throughout the city.
Each time we bring in a festival into St. Louis, it's going to add to the economic benefit to the city of St. Louis.
Have you had the salsa before?
The food frenzy gives cuisine creatives like Jordan Franks a space to thrive.
This is a quarantine creation.
He's serving up his self-made salsa.
Sitting in the house bored, wanted a snack, didn't go grocery shopping because we were scared to back in the day.
Inspire to inspire.
We've been doing events like Taste of St. Louis and Tower Grove Pride and Harvest Fest ever since, man.
Andrew Shee is honored to share his Hawaiian heritage.
It's very prideful to be part of the community, give back, especially at Taste of St. Louis, to see our people in the same boat as me.
All of these businesses leaving people with a great taste about the gateway to the West.
It's an amazing town. I had a great time, and hopefully I'll come back.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
All right, Taste of St. Louis will continue at 11 in the morning. It ends at 6 tomorrow. And that's not all. The Hispanic Festival in Soulard Park and Tower Grove Pride are also tomorrow. They also begin at 11 a.m. Developing tonight, St. Louis County Police need your help after a shooting and a car crash left a teenager dead. A car with 2 people inside crashed into a utility pole yesterday afternoon. This was on Spanish Pond Road. 16-year-old Tavion Whitby was inside. Someone shot him following a robbery nearby on Eldor Drive. He later died at the hospital. Anyone with info is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-866-371-TIPS. A man is in custody tonight after a fatal shooting in St. Charles. This happened this afternoon at an apartment complex on Ameristar Boulevard near the Ameristar Casino. Police found 2 women shot in the head. One of them died, the others in the hospital tonight. Police also found an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old inside of that apartment. They were not hurt. A 29-year-old suspect turned himself in to police. Tonight, the major case squad is investigating a deadly shooting in St. Anne. Police found a man dead just after midnight on Douglas Court. He was 32 years old. Authorities not yet saying who he is. We want to remind drivers part of the I-44 section is actually closed in downtown St. Louis. In fact, all lanes are closed between the Stan Musial Bridge and the 4455 split. There are detours along downtown, Tucker, Jefferson, and parts of Broadway. All lanes and ramps are set to reopen, however, before rush hour Monday morning. Well, you're taking a live look tonight at our sky cam over the arch. Right now, skies are clear after a warm and sunny day. But the warm weather won't last long. A cooler week is ahead. Meteorologist Jim Castillo here now with the first look at the forecast.
Yeah, hi, Brent. So today's high was 87 degrees. Very nice, warm and not too humid at all. But we did have a boundary set up just to the south of the viewing area, south of Reynolds County, with some severe weather that moved through there. And still a lot of lightning going into Tennessee and right around Memphis and to the east of there. Our storms in southern Missouri are weakening, and the rest of us, it is just a really nice evening. If you're headed out, we're still in the 60s in most areas, but 59 right now in Chesterfield. So overnight lows, upper 50s to low 60s, and it's clear. And as we head into tomorrow, it does get windy. In fact, temperatures tomorrow still pretty nice in the upper 70s, but gust to 30 miles an hour. Then we'll talk about the big cool down coming up in Maine weather in just a few minutes.
Chasing 700 is sponsored by CarShield.
Well, by now you gotta know, history has been made. Last night, Albert Pujols hit his 700th home run against his former team, the LA Dodgers. 5 on your side's Mercedes McKay spent the day getting reaction from fans.
Albert Pujols is just one of 4 baseball players in history to reach 700. Now, while the Cardinals are still back in LA, fans here in the Lou are soaking up this moment they've all been waiting for.
Almost like a fairy tale. It kind of feels surreal.
From the Ferris wheel at Union Station,
Exciting time of year for baseball in St. Louis.
to the gates of Busch Stadium.
It's been my favorite season as a Cardinal fan since 1998.
Everyone's talking about the history that was made in LA on Friday night.
When he hit that thing, he knew it was out of there. So spectacular, beautiful.
Even though Terry Stevens lives in West Texas, he's been a Cardinals fan for years now. He was watching the game at a restaurant when Albert Pujols snagged his 700th home run.
If you were eating, you would have probably choked on your food because it just blew up when he hit that.
While many like Stevens watched through the TV screen, Dan Karsten's aunt and uncle were one of the lucky ones.
This is the first Cardinal game they've got to see this year, and they got to be there last night for that.
For Karsten's, this was just one of the many amazing moments this season has brought.
I kind of wish we could have seen him do it here, but it's amazing.
No matter where it happened, though, fan after fan talked about the indescribable atmosphere Pujols has brought back to the city.
The feeling is unmatched. It's unreal. It's like literally something in the air. It just feels magical. It feels special.
I think the city is a big part of it, and the fans are a big part of him being as good as he is this year in St. Louis.
While Cardinals fans hope the Magic takes them all the way to the World Series, they're rooting for more for number 5.
Let's go for 701.
In St. Louis, Mercedes McKay.
Go Cardinals!
5 on your side.
Medicare enrollment right around the corner. Our Verify team helping you better understand what each plan offers. After a rise in car theft, St. Louis mayor demanding action. Tonight, our I-team dives into Hyundai and Kia's response.
A slight cool down Sunday and gusty. Overnight lows in the 40s later this week. I'll pinpoint those chilly mornings.
Open enrollment for Medicare begins on October 15th, and you've probably seen a lot of ads for different plans. Brandon Lewis from our National Verify team looks into what those plans are really selling.
Medicare open enrollment is around the corner, and one of the top questions we're getting from you is about claims that some Medicare plans really offer benefits beyond doctors and hospital stays. The claims are made in ads like this one, offering free groceries, or this one that promises free workouts. So let's verify. Can Medicare recipients get additional benefits besides coverage for hospitals and doctors? Our sources are the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, AARP, and these Medicare Advantage providers and insurance agents. Some of the ads you may see loosely use the term Medicare. In reality, there are 2 types of Medicare. There's Original Medicare and Medicare Advantage, and the 2 are very different. Original Medicare is run by the government and offers only medical insurance for hospital stays and doctor visits. Medicare Advantage is run by private companies. At a minimum, they offer medical insurance, but Advantage plans may also provide other products and services. Any ad that you see offering a non-medical perk for Medicare recipients like extra money, groceries, gym memberships, you name it, is a Medicare Advantage plan. These companies offer those perks to incentivize you to give up your original Medicare coverage and instead enroll with them. So, no, Medicare recipients cannot get additional benefits besides coverage for hospitals and doctors. Those are only for people with Medicare Advantage plans. These plans may charge differently than original Medicare and have a smaller network of doctors. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to selecting the right plan because everyone has different needs. There's a comparison tool at Medicare.gov that can help you find a plan that's best for your needs. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
And our team is ready to verify your ideas. You can reach out on Facebook, Twitter, or by email, verify@ksdk.com. Coming up next, pedaling toward a cause. What's motivating thousands of cyclists this weekend in Chesterfield? Tonight, a response from Hyundai and Kia after skyrocketing car thefts in St. Louis threatening to sue. The I-Team learned the automakers have different ideas on how to stop those thefts. Our Christine Byers asked Mayor Tashara Jones what's next.
The deadline is up, and Hyundai and Kia have responded to Mayor Tashara Jones's demand for them to recall their vehicles and install anti-theft technology. The I-Team obtained responses from both automakers. Kia America wrote, "We strongly disagree with your statement that the subset of our vehicles that do not contain immobilizers are defective." Hyundai Motor America's chief legal officer wrote, "These thefts are unfortunately being caused by criminal acts popularized through social media. Accordingly, there is no basis for a claim of public nuisance against Hyundai." Are their responses enough?
Well, we just have to see. This is the first step again, and they'll have a conversation with our city attorneys, and we'll see what the next steps are after that.
Hyundai and Kia say they are making anti-theft technology standard on all of their new vehicles now, even though they don't believe it's a requirement. But thousands of Hyundais made between 2011 and 2021 and Kias made between 2015 and 2021 didn't have it. And they're disappearing from St. Louis streets at record rates.
Those who spent their their hard-earned money to buy a vehicle that was stolen as a result of, something that wasn't there that was standard in another vehicle, I'd like to see them made whole somehow.
I checked in with the St. Louis Police Department earlier today, and they told me nearly 2,409 Hyundais and Kias have been stolen so far this year. That's more than half of all cars stolen. Last year, those models only made up 7% of thefts. Mayor Jones says she's also working with mayors across the country on the issue as well, but she wouldn't say whether legal action is part of her next move.
Christine, thanks. The annual Point Fest returned today at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Attendees got to sign a giant "We Love You, Jeff" billboard, and that's in honor of the Point's Rizzuto show. The radio host Jeff Burton. Burton passed away from cancer earlier this year. The event also served as a fundraiser for Kids Rock Cancer. And Pedal for the Cause returned for its 13th year today. Thousands of cyclists riding through Chesterfield Mall to help raise money for cancer research. The money raised will go directly towards the Siteman Cancer Center and Siteman Kids at St. Louis Children's Hospital. One rider explains why this is so important to participate in.
I'm writing primarily for my wife, a two-time cancer survivor. My daughter and daughter-in-law are both cancer survivors as well. And then I've got two of my best friends that are actually walking miracles, where Siteman has saved them from stage 4 cancer.
The event will continue tomorrow with a giant outdoor spin class. So far, organizers have raised more than $3 million. Let's go ahead and get a look at your forecast now. Jim Castillo standing by. And I tell you what, Jim, if folks like cooler weather, they might be in for just what they want.
Yeah, this week is definitely autumn. Feels like autumn, or will eventually. But today, 87 degrees, so way up there. Not a record, but way above that average high of 78. Low this morning at 54, 58 is the average, and there it is, that record high that stands way back from 1881. 68 degrees right now, a really nice late evening outside. We have humidity at about 68%. Dew point's gone up a little bit at 57. It does have a night pops up just a bit. And there's some thunderstorm activity that we had earlier tonight just south of Reynolds County. And some of that was severe with large hail and also some very strong gusty wind. And now that's moving into Tennessee. So overnight tonight, maybe a little cloud cover coming in. So partly cloudy during the overnight. And then as we head into the early morning hours, we're going to clear up very nicely again, and it's going to be very sunny with high temperatures in the 70s and then a little bit of a breeze, a little gusty tomorrow. In fact, wind gusts to 30 miles an hour as this cold front kind of pushes on through here and it comes through here dry. So it's going to eventually cool us off in the second front coming our way by Tuesday. So lows tonight in the 50s and low 60s. And then tomorrow's highs, very nice. Average highs in the upper 70s and maybe even an 80 in Perryville and 78 in Shiloh, Wentzville 77, plenty of sunshine. Just tomorrow, the wind is up a little bit. Wind gusts starting at about 21 miles an hour, and that's just a good indication late morning that we'll start to see those gusts. And when you see the orange on here, some of those gusts could be as high as 30 miles an hour. This is 4 o'clock, still gusty. The wind dies down a little bit tomorrow night, picks back up again as we head into Monday. So both tomorrow and Monday are on the breezy side. And this is why we're going to get cooler too. Big trough of low pressure, jet streams taking a dip. And along the East Coast, this is Tuesday. That's also going to pull the next tropical system, Ian, and then track that into Florida too. So we'll be watching that all week. But lows on Tuesday, look at these numbers in the 50s and 40s. And then Tuesday into Wednesday, we're going to see a north wind with temperatures down in the 40s for lows. So we're going to be sunny, but we're going to cool down into the 60s Wednesday and Thursday, 70s until then, and then we warm back up next weekend. So really nice weather, dry the entire 10-day forecast.
You got a little bit of something for everyone. You got the cool weather, but still sunshine.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jim. We've also got Ahmad hanging out. What's up, Ahmad?
Oh, we're talking Mizzou football when we get back. They were down in Auburn with a tough road test. They should have walked out winners, but they didn't. We'll show you why they walked out sad. Coming up next in sports.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. It was a fumble. Recovered for a touchback. The game is over.
The Tigers win. What's that saying people love to say around here? Mizzou will Mizzou. I'm smiling right now, but this is no laughing matter for Tiger Nation. In front of them was an opportunity to get a key road victory and build some serious buzz around the program. Instead, we're left thinking, what if? Like, what if the Tigers didn't allow Auburn to take a 14-point lead with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter? Or, like, what if they gave Luther Burden III, you know, the 5-star recruit here from St. Louis, the ball more? You know, his nickname is Touchdown Luther, just saying he didn't have a catch today. The what-ifs continued, though. Late in the contest, what if Harrison Mevis didn't miss this point-blank field goal as time expired in the game? And what if Nathaniel Pete didn't try and reach the ball across the pylon to win the game instead of just running out of bounds at the 1? What if, what if, what if, what if? All Eli Drinkwitz knows is this one hurts.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that y'all get to see that, to be honest. I mean, there's so much energy and time and passion put into these games. And to come so close and to lose, it's heartbreaking. And, it's tough.
More football now. Lindenwood on the road taking on UT Martin. Tough night in the jungle for the Lions. 1-point game at the half, but the Skyhawks soared away. Zach Wallace gets this handoff and tells Lindenwood, welcome to D1 football. 98 yards to the crib. Lindenwood falls 56-26. Can't forget about our boys. The Blues playing in their first preseason game against the Coyotes in Kansas. Logan Brown gets the lights to go off early on, and then Jake Neighbors was knocking on the net, and soon his shot would go in. The Blues end up winning this game 5-4.
Chasing 700 is sponsored by CarShield.
We're no longer chasing 700. We're here, guys. After last night's performance, we got to witness the 4th player ever to hit 700 home runs, and he did it in a jersey with the birds on a bat. Hank Babe Hank Babe Berry, now Albert. Pujols, sir, you are a legend, an icon, and someone we'll always cherish around these ways. Now, back to reality. The Cardinals had to play a game today after a night of celebrating, and Clayton Kershaw is not the guy you want to see after that night. Gets Albert to ground out here early on. Neither did the Cardinals want to see Will Smith. He tags Jordan Montgomery early for the first run of the game. The Cardinals offense was more stale than a bag of chips left open for a week. That was until Nolan Arenado was able to hit a 2-run shot to get them on the board. They still currently trail 6-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning right now. Let's get back on the football train. Vashon taking on Roosevelt. Marquise Gleghorn takes the snap, and he would rumble into the Rough Riders territory. That would pave the way for his teammate Derek Ward, who would steamroll his way into the end zone. Vashon, man, they win in convincing fashion, 62-0. Next, we'll start with the John Burroughs student section because they wouldn't have much to cheer about later on, taking on MICDS. Brian Gould off the play action puts the bread right in the bread basket for Tyler Schutte, but it wouldn't count. So the two later on said, can we try that again? This time it's a nice game for the Rams. The Rams run past the Bombers 44-3.
Oh, wow.
And that will wrap it up for sports, guys.
Good game. Thank you for that, Ahmad.
No problem, guys.
Jim, how are we looking?
Great. You know, look at this 10-day forecast. Mostly sunny and 78 tomorrow. The problem is the wind gusts to 30 miles an hour. Monday, a little bit breezy, 274. And then midweek, 60s for highs and lows in the 40s, but it gets warmer again by next weekend.
All right. Sounds good. Well, that's all of our time for 5 on Your Side at 10, but Saturday Night Live is next. Also, join us for Today in St. Louis tomorrow at 6 a.m. Have a great night.